be honest with y'all, I'm very half and half about this episode. I mean, I thought the episode was really freaking brilliant. It did a good job with the episode, but at certain parts, it felt like the plot got forced a little bit. It was rushed a little bit too fast. But that ending song, that opening, used that for the ending with the freaking badass visuals. Akihito running through the streets. You see him freaking just Yomu floating into the sky. That was beautiful. Really beautiful. Touched your heart. And there was some heart-touching scenes in this episode, especially with Mirai stating to Akihito that he's like, I am not really unpleasant. That was a really pleasant scene. I mean, it really was, and they did some good job. They did a good job with this episode, and they handled it really well. But let's talk about a few scenes that really freaking bugged me in this episode. I mean, really bugged me. Okay, the entire thing is the entire, like, rushed part with Hiromi losing his power. Okay, I understand how he lost his power. I actually, looking at it casually, I now understand exactly why he lost it. Hiromi was losing his power since you noticed he didn't have a scarf on. If you think about it in a logical sense, it's because the Beyond the Boundary was actually taking powers from Spirit World Warriors and actually Yomu. So right there, that is the reason why Hiromi, I guess, lost his powers. If not, I don't know what else could have caused it. But let's get on to the actual real thing that bugged me the absolute most. The entire scene with Akihito's mother. Okay, I loved Akihito's mother. I mean, the entire scene around her was freaking hilarious. I had a good laugh. I mean, I had a lot of enjoyment out of it. But it felt like a very forced plot device to kind of progress the plot in a way to save Mirai. I don't want to see Mirai die. I don't. I love her character. She's had a lot of progression as a character in this series. Very unexpected character progression that has shocked me. And I really care for her character. But the entire plot with Akihito's mother, I don't know. I mean, why the hell is she come out of nowhere right now? And the entire premises of the way she sent her messages, see, the point I'm getting at is, it just felt very either forced or not explained well, which kind of upsets me in a sense, because I have loved the series quite a bit, but, I mean, that's me nitpicking as a reviewer. And just looking at this episode, though, I did really enjoy this. They had some good music, good little action scenes, not much action, but they had a really good action scene, especially Mirai, the way she's fighting for the street. That was really emotional, getting to see her fight, and how Beyond the Boundary is getting stronger and stronger as it's set up this other dimension, clearly just to take down Mirai and gain strength again. So right there, that's shocking. We also get to find out a little bit more about Akihito, finding out that he's the only one that's truly been able to, I guess, coexist with Beyond the Boundary in his body. So there's another question. How the hell is Akihito able to do something like that? And when are we going to get to see Akihito's father? I mean, okay. And then there's a big question. Right there, another question. Why the hell does Akihito, like, you know, how he has Beyond the Boundary powers? Okay. But how the hell does he, like, have half Yomu? And, like, who's his father if, you know, like, Beyond the Boundary is out of him? I mean, it's the major question right there. I mean, what kind of powers did his father have? Who was his father? And why did the Beyond the Boundary ever get into Akihito to begin with? That is another question. See, there's so many questions Beyond the Boundary. Hopefully, they can fix this very soon, because I don't want these so many different plot holes and questions to be left at the end that could just really not make this series a really good, definite ending. But I have a lot of support and happiness for the series, so I want to say, I'm going to look optimistic at the series and say they're going to be able to handle it really well. They've done a great job so far these past couple episodes. They really progressed the plot in a way that's actually shocked me and done a great job with it. Just, hopefully, they answer certain things, especially with how Akihito's mother managed to get that Yomu stone that was supposedly Beyond the Boundaries, that was forced out of Akihito by Mirai later on in the series. So, I mean, that's another question. How did she manage to get something like that? And somehow she also knows Izumi. Okay. See, like I said, there's so many freaking questions. Kind of irritates me a little bit. But like I said, I'm staying optimistic. Hopefully they can understand and explain this in like freaking 20 minutes, because I've heard a lot of rumors going around. It's going to be 13 episodes. Yes, this is the 11th episode. But I've heard that the 13th episode is going to be a Christmas special to air on December 25th. So, okay, is that going to be a Christmas special that declares actually after the major plot? Or is that actually going to be major plot in that episode? See? We don't know. So next episode could likely be the final episode of the story arc and either leave us with a massive hole of questions that we could sink into or answer a lot. See? Well, everybody, I know I've basically ranted on a little bit in this episode review because of There's just so many things that are bugging me, and hopefully they can actually explain it. But I have a lot of love for this series, and this episode was really freaking good, especially with emotions. But tell me what you think about this episode in the comments below. Tell me, did you enjoy this episode? Is there a lot of questions series you're trying to all guess about? Because, I mean, I am left really confused in this series in certain aspects. But, I mean, hey, that's what anime's for, and it's supposed to be able to do something like to you to make you be able to think. And Kyoukai no Kanata does a great job of that. Well, everybody, have a wonderful day or night, wherever you live. Please tell me what you think in the comments below. If you enjoy my video content, please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. Stay chibi. Chibi out.